Good morning. Today's essential question says, how can we bring attention to mental illness in our community? So you need to get that written down where it says essential question or learning target on your Cornell notes. Next, I would like you to define depression and suicide. So depression is an emotional state where a person feels extremely sad and hopeless. Suicide is the intentional killing of oneself. These words are on the word wall. You can copy it from this slide, or you may also look from your vocabulary sheet. Either way, you need to write down both definitions on your notes. Myth or truth? Depression isn't a real illness. Write down whether you think this statement is a myth or a truth. This statement is a myth. Many people mistakenly believe that depression is mere sadness or even a weakness of character, but in fact, depression is a complex mental health disorder that has social, psychological, and biological origins, and it can be treated in a variety of ways. Next, I would like you to pause for a minute and go to YouTube and watch the movie called Explaining Depression to My Mother by Sabrina Benim. After you've done that, I would like you to write your reaction to what she had to say. Another myth or truth. Depression and suicidal thoughts are not common. Please write what you believe this statement to be. Do you think it is a myth or do you think it is a truth? This statement is also a myth. It's not just you. 15 to 20% of teens experience depression. That's about 6 people in each of your classes. Even celebrities battle mental illness. It's not just you. So, in your teams, or on your own in this case, I would like you to complete this chart in your notes. You'll have the name of the person, their greatest area of contribution, so were they an actor, were they a singer, what did they do, and what type of mental illness do you have. All of these things you can just find on Google. So you'll look up Pete Wentz, what is he famous for, and then what type of mental illness does he have. And you can just do this chart in your notes. You should have enough paper. Then, I have another YouTube video I would like for you to watch. It's called To This Day. And it's by Shane Koisgan. And you can just find this on YouTube, but once again, I would like you to watch the whole movie and then write your reaction to it. Following that movie, you're going to write your own To This Day statement. Think about something that changed you, empowered you, motivated you, an experience that you went through. Illustrate the front of the card to match your statement. So you'll need to come get a note card. If you need an idea of a To This Day statement, here is mine. To this day, I will always regret not seeing my grandpa before he died. He asked me to come up and see him, but I was just too busy. Changing over to suicide stats. Overall, Iowa ranks 36th in the nation with about 433 deaths in 2015. I know these are not the statistics from last year, but they haven't been calculated yet. Iowa ranks 16th in the number of teen suicides. That's not good. You want to be lower down on the list. Suicide overall is the leading cause of death for teens. So here are some different warning signs. You can follow the is, path, worm, acrostic poem type thing. So 1 is ideation. Do they have those ideas in their head? S, substance abuse. Are they abusing alcohol? Are they abusing drugs? P, purposelessness. How do they feel about their life? Do they feel like there is meaning? Do they feel like they have a purpose? A, anxiety. Do they have a lot of anxiety? T, do they feel trapped? Are they trapped in a relationship? Are they trapped in something they don't want to be in, a bad home situation? H, hopelessness. W, withdrawal. They start pulling away from school. They start pulling away from their friends. A, anger. Do they feel very angry about even the smallest things? R, relentlessness. And M, mood changes. I need you to write down these warning signs in your notes. So, suicide is the number 2 leading cause of death for teens. Why isn't anybody talking about it? This is where your project today comes into play. We should be talking about it. So, on the next page in your packets, there is a public service announcement assignment. That's what you'll be working on today. You may do this alone, you may do this in pairs, you may do this in threes, but please no more than 4 people. I expect these to be quality, and I expect you to follow along with the directions in the packet.